we made the squad. We built the squad to create like a platform for fans like us, so we can have like a say in the national conversation of sports. Because that's how I feel. I feel like we just aren't represented well in sports media. That's just really it. You have all your talking heads up there, and I know technically I'm a talking head right now, but I don't know. I just don't feel like they're super
You're
engaged.
different from that.
You're better than that, Scott. But still, and then we built this for a platform for fans, like us to talk and to get into sports media conversation. And right now, the conversation is purely on social oppression, systematic racism, police reform. It's on all of these different topics. And for the last 2 days, I haven't done the squad daily, just because like that's the conversation, and there's so many different people are talking right now that I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a problem talking. Like I would rather act. Like I'm ready to act. That's pretty much it. Like, and is what else can be more said about what's going on? I don't feel right now of bringing up Bears training camp. I got Truth. Truth is here. Truth is in the studio. He can get on and jump on a pod, but he doesn't feel like talking right now, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't want to talk about the Bulls coach search right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also don't want to reiterate the talks that are going on right now. I do want to applaud the NBA. I do want to applaud for what they've started, I should say. They recognize that these t-shirts, hashtags on social media and everything like that hasn't really moved the needle. So they're taking more drastic action. So I can applaud them for that, for trying. But for this platform, for what we're trying to do, I'm not going to lie, I'm having a hard time navigating on what we should actually do. Thoughts? Or not so much as do, but like just react to. Because we're fans of these sports. These athletes are going through this. We are going through this. Even you as a white male are going through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure, I was just talking to T. We both lost friends over this. And DGB, I know what type of person you are. I know, like, you're not Brian Urlacher.
Is safe to say.
But I'm sure you have friends that you found out were. So I'm sure not all of this has not been easy. So we can speak on this. I live it. Truth lives it.
Right.
Pork Job lives it. Like, we can speak on this, but how do we do that while still trying to? You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm in that kind of like a lot of place right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the thing about like not knowing what to say or not having anything necessarily to say, it's just there's so many things going on that all like intertwine with each other.
Yeah.
And it stems from the top, from a lot of things, and you really need change we'd love to see change, like tangible things, and I mean, coming from the NBA now, with the lockout, or not lockout, but just kind of them saying, hey, we're not playing right now. Mm-hmm. It's like that is some dedicated action. And it's like from that, having those conversations with, the legislators and all that is where you need to turn these things to. But obviously that doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't even happen in the course of a couple months. But what we would love to see is a little bit more of that action and more of that change already taking place. So, I know it's got to be frustrating. I mean, it feels frustrating to me just on the outside of being like, hey, like, I've recognized this as a problem for a long, long time.
Right.
And, you share things, you promote the awareness, which I will say a lot of this is important. It doesn't solve everything, or doesn't solve the problem. But the awareness is important. So I believe all these steps before were best of the abilities kind of deal, but now, we need to start seeing some tangible change, just to actually feel like the wheels are moving.
No, straight facts. And like, even again, I've heard so many different people talk these last couple days.
Right.
And I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And like I said, I haven't done any of the dailies. We try to do the dailies Monday through Friday now. And I haven't even been able to get up and do them because it's just like, it's so heavy. This conversation is just so.
We can't have any of these conversations of sports, you know, and all that like that. You're, you know, at least us is kind of like where we're dedicated. It's like we can't have any of these conversations,
Right.
because there's much greater things at stake, and it's really nice that the players are realizing that as well. I mean, not realizing it, but living it, you know. And I think
Right.
the thing too, that I had taken into consideration was them being in a bubble. Speaking of the NBA players, you know, they're cut off from all their friends and families and all that. They've been in this bubble system for what, a month now,
And a half.
a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, that has to take into account, you know, your mental side of things too. So, you know, from them to do what they've done and really step up and say, hey, you know, we're not feeling it, you know, this isn't it. And take the steps that they did was, you know, was good to see. But kudos to them for doing this, because I mean, it's all the pressure on their backs, and the ownership and all that really need to step up. Aside from just monetary donations, I mean, those are great, but
Well,
you know,
I
so
mean, maybe they can control those monetary donations. I honestly like these. I've been looking into these billionaires, and I try not to look at other people's pockets. Trust me, I really do.
right,
But when you see that some of these billionaires are giving millions and millions of dollars to these different police forces, to these different political figures, like you see the power that they have. And
exactly.
I hate that they're all unnamed. I hate that we're saying LeBron James's name, Giannis's name, Chris Paul's name, and not the ones that can actually make that change. You know what I'm saying? I
Sure.
hate that they're the face of it. I love that they're taking, and like you said, I hate that everything's on their back. But unfortunately, it's just how it is. Now, I'm just go back to the original question. Just of not so much, I shouldn't say go back to the original question, but my original question was
Yeah.
going to be, what does that mean for us, for the squad? Like you said, I've seen, and I'm out on the landscape. I watch YouTube. I see other different people like us that are trying to start stuff, and they're just going on with their normal days. How I can't do that. So
There's
besides
plenty
just
of other times to do that.
right, exactly. So besides just saying, "Hey, go vote," what is there something that we can actually do? Like I know on our platform we're sharing different stuff, but I mean we don't have a million followers, 100,000 followers. What can we actually do? Like
I
anything?
mean, I mean, there's a whole lot. I mean, yeah, it depends on where you want to take it, what it means, and if it makes it a fit for you or I or all of us, whoever. But
Right.
like, you know, I have spent time like, yeah, looking at things and reading things. So maybe we kind of share up some of these points of why the system is kind of how it is in different ways. And I mean, if that's too depth or dense, you know, it's like even things right now, like there's a march on Washington right now. It's the 57th anniversary of Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. So, you know, they have his son there, his
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King's only granddaughter speaking up there. So it's like, educating yourselves is something that we all need to be doing, and especially in right before the election. You know, knowing your candidates, even obviously more so at your state and all that levels. You know, your local judges, your local DAs, all that kind of stuff. Maybe, you know, kind of putting together. I've seen people do it, putting together kind of a sheet of like facts about some of these people. You know, of who we're
Right.
voting in or who's a potential person. You know, just things that we can help share to educate folks, because as I'm sure is no secret to you, there's a ton of misinformation out there constantly being pushed. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, it's almost an uphill battle is how I kind of feel about it, because it's just such a crazy amount of it. But we need to have the actual representation in there too, and kind of getting that out to folks. And it's like, I mean, that's just kind of how my head works around things.
No, I
But
feel you. These
you
are
know,
all actionable items that us, I'm talking about you, Derek, me,
yeah, no, we
like
need to
these are
take
all
that. We
things that
can,
we can do too to help other people. So you're 100% right, and I want to do that more on a local level. So for everyone that's watching it, yeah, the squad Chicago is going to become that type of thing. I'm sorry, it's just you're gonna start seeing some stuff about our local politicians, because I agree. Like there's so much misinformation out there. There's so many things where there's so many I don't want to see. I don't even just say misinformation. Like so many misjudgments. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Like
uh
just because you
Give me
like
an example.
someone. Yeah, Brian Urlacher.
Yep.
Brian
Okay.
Urlacher is the perfect example. Love him as a football player. Had no idea this is how this man was thinking. No idea. What the hell was that ignorant ass statement yesterday, bro? Like,
Right.
that's and that got me kind of messed up as a fan. It's just like, how high of a pedestal did you put this person? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah,
Hall of Fame player, but outside of that,
not a Hall of Fame person.
hell no. I mean, that was just terrible. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, like there's people out there that you can kind of like think are kind of a beacon of light in different ways, or you just think of them higher because you see them perform on in a movie or something like that. Like even actors and stuff, that I can hold in higher regard. And it's like you find out they don't really know anything outside of a little sample that they've seen, but then you do find that there are some that do educate themselves. So it is kind of weeding through people to see who's in their heart of hearts has their shit together.
There we go. That's what the squad can do. We're gonna help you guys on this journey, find out and weed out the bad ones. Politicians,
we hope.
athletes, hopefully.
Yeah.
And if we ever need to be weeded out, you weed us out,
man.
You weed us out. Everyone just needs to be held accountable. Facts. And just needs to learn. Like, there's a lot of ignorance out there. I don't know. We just have to do as much as we can to get rid of that. I'm sorry. I'm kind of flustered. I apologize, but I don't know. It's just what's been going on my mind for the last 2 months. We're getting ready to do a podcast this week, and it's just like, I can't really bring myself to talk about how Nick Foles is edging out Mitch Trubisky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I guess, So, I mean, we're building a platform. This is something completely new to us. We don't want to be your casual sports show. We love to be the sports show that is super funny and gives you dope facts and great predictions and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. But we're also people as well, too, and real people. So, and I want our product to reflect that, low key. So,
definitely. I mean, even highlighting some of the things, like I know a lot of athletes and, just famous people in general, wealthy people, some of them have very like giving charitable publicly, at least. And maybe it's not like the just showing it to show it, but like people that actually do a lot and it gets reported on. Right. And it's like kind of like highlighting some of that stuff, because even Chris Dunn, when he came over here from Minnesota, his first year here, he started up like in kind of integrating into some of the local Chicago communities and charities and things like that, and donated like I forget how much money it was, but I mean, for a kid, remind you, he's young, he's still young, but like to do that coming into a new city he has no connection to or any of that, and it was like really kind of looking to invest himself in a community. It's like even like that kind of stuff is important, because it just shows that it's it goes. The humanity of it, is kind of also a thing that we need to highlight, because we don't have a lot of that to pull from right now. Yes. And I feel like that's kind of a little bit of, disappointing in a way, but it's a lot of division, so it's tough.
True. By the way, DGB, I've been recording this whole time, and I think that's just what we're gonna go with. If you came here for the hottest sports news and some hottest sports takes, I apologize. No, I don't apologize.
Tune in another time.
Yeah, another time.
We'll have it, but
we'll have it. Get back to it. But we're again, new platform. We're trying to figure this out, and we're gonna figure this out. Because we feel the need to do that, and that speaks volumes just about us. I hate to pat myself in the back.
And even what what other people want to hear, that like would help them in a way, because that's a an important thing too. I know we're going to hold ourselves accountable for a lot of things, but making sure that stuff gets out there. But even any other suggestion, things like that, obviously.
Yeah, let us know.
Want to have us cover?
Yeah, let us know. Hey, talk to us, guys. I'm talking to you. Talk to us. Let us know. Like, what do you guys want to know more about? You know what I'm saying? What are you lacking? I know we've seen a couple things. I posted a couple things on our story, and we've had a couple people hit me back up in the DMs. But let's publicly talk about this. Guys, like this is what the squad is about. So, thank you guys. This was a quick one. I guess this is a daily. I guess it's gonna be
daily. Yeah.
Good daily. Thanks for rocking with the squad. I do appreciate that, guys. More to come. Again, we're growing and we'll figure this out, and we hope you guys stay along for the ride to figure it out with us. But no, DGB, appreciate that. Appreciate your thoughts on that, and just again helping me navigate it, because my head is just, like I said, just spinning. It's just like, come on, like I don't want to I don't want to be the type of, we get like thousands and thousands of followers and then we act. No, I want to act now. You know what I mean? Like when we have 50.
Right. When you feel compelled to, man. You know what I mean? Listen to yourself. Exactly. Let that be your guide.
100%. 100%. Well, I appreciate that, DGB. I appreciate you hopping on, my guy.
Definitely.